Hi guys, I'm here to bring you your This Week at Axis video for the week of April 7th to April 11th. So I have two announcements. The first one being that as of now, you guys can probably see that we are starting to include some running in our training and just being outside in general. And as I'm sure you guys are well aware, the weather this time of year can be a bit unpredictable. The weathermen may say one thing, but what we're actually seeing is going to be another. So, with that being said, there is a chance that we're going to have to be a little bit flexible with our workouts here. Your safety is of the most importance, so if it is going to be unsafe to be doing anything outside, there will be alternatives, like bad weather alternatives to the movements, mostly in this case for the running. If it's a little bit of a sprinkle, that is not considered unsafe. That might be a little unpleasant for some of you, but put a hoodie on, put that hood up, you'll be all right. But if it's like thunder and lightning and just in general unsafe to be outside, then we're going to have that alternative movement for you. So just be prepared to be a little bit flexible here with us if need be. Also, the second announcement is that we are starting our new strength cycle this week. So let's just get right into that. So for our back squat, bench press, and deadlift this week, we are going to be doing 5 sets of 5 reps at 70%. Yes, we are doing 70% for all 5 sets. So this means that you are going to have probably a little bit more warm-up time to get to that 70%, and then you're sticking with that weight for all 5 sets. For this entire strength cycle, moving forward, if you are a newer athlete, which means you've been here for less than 6 months, you are going to do 5 sets of 5 reps every single week, and you're going to increase the weight as long as it is appropriate and your technique is looking solid. So focus on your mechanics first, and then start building the intensity once the mechanics are there. Moving into our workouts for the week, on Monday, we have 5 rounds for time of 10 alternating pistol squats and 10 toes to bar. So to scale for this, you could scale the pistol squats to single leg squats to a bench, lunges, or air squats if you need to. And then you could scale the toes to bar to knees to elbow, knees to chest, toes to rig, or sit-ups. On Tuesday, we're going to have a little bit of skill work. We're going to have about 6 minutes to work on our jump ropes. So this can be seeing how many consecutive single unders you can get in a row, seeing how many consecutive double unders you can get in a row, working on your first double under. If you're pretty proficient at double unders and you want to work on crossovers or triple unders, this is your time. It is also a little bit part of the warm-up, so don't just stand around because it's supposed to get that heart rate up. Then we have an EMOM 20 for our workout. Minute 1 will be 15 American kettlebell swings. Minute 2 will be 30 double unders. Minute 3 will be 15 kettlebell curls. And minute 4 will be 10 burpees. So you can scale the weight of the kettlebell as needed. You can scale the double unders to 60 single unders, or if you're still working on your jump ropes, you can just jump rope for about 30 seconds. And then you can scale the number of reps as needed to give you that roughly 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. Moving on to Wednesday, after we bench press, I'd never said, but on Monday, we're going to back squat. Wednesday, we're going to bench press. After we bench press, we have an AMRAP 12 of 6 chin-ups, 12 push-ups, and 18 kettlebell tripod stance rows. So last time we did these tripod stance rows, we did them with dumbbells. This time we're going to do them with kettlebells. For the chin-ups, you can scale those to banded chin-ups or a chin-up grip ring row. For the push-ups, we can scale these to box push-ups, and you can scale the weight of the kettlebell for the tripod stance rows. Then on Thursday, we have a little bit of a longer AMRAP, and there's a little bit of a twist to it as well. So we have an AMRAP 21 of 3 dumbbell front squats, 3 sit-ups, and 3 box jumps. And then after each set, you'll run 200 meters. But here's the twist. Every round, you're going to add 3 reps. So round 2 would be 6 dumbbell front squats, 6 sit-ups, 6 box jumps. Round 3 would be 9 dumbbell front squats, so on and so forth. For the scaling options, you can scale the weight of the dumbbells for the dumbbell front squats, or you could perform goblet squats or air squats. And you can scale the box jumps to box step-ups as needed. Anytime for the running, if you have an injury and you need one of the machines, let the coach know. Try to let them know before class. Be like, hey, I have a knee injury. I can't run. Can I have the rower for today? Try to let them know that before class. Then moving on to Friday, we are deadlifting. And then after we deadlift, we have a chipper, and it is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 kettlebell snatches on each arm and 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 strict pull-ups. So you would do 2 kettlebell snatches on each arm and then 10 strict pull-ups. And then 4 kettlebell snatches on each arm, 8 strict pull-ups, so on and so forth. So for one movement, the reps are going up. Then for the other one, the reps are going down. Scaling options for this, scale the kettlebell weight as needed. You can scale the strict pull-ups to banded pull-ups or ring rows. And if you need to scale the number of reps, maybe you're going to negate the sets of 10. So you'll do 2, 4, 6, 8 and 8, 6, 4, 2. That is okay. Whatever is going to keep you moving. That's all I have for the workouts. As a reminder, if you'd like to set up a meeting to discuss your goals, you can email into axisstrengthtraining@gmail.com. You'll be set up with a meeting so that you can figure out the best course of action to achieve those goals. That's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you have a great week of training.